the nice muscles, and yeah.
You guys are going on a lot of vacations together. I mean, you're in the villain house now. By the way,
Yeah.
I heard I heard she's doing good. She ain't home yet. She's not home yet, people.
Yeah, no, she's good. What
She's
do you mean?
doing good on the villains because she went away to film this. She's going to be on Ease the Villains season 2. And I
Oh,
heard from a yeah, so she's there now filming, whether people know this or not.
wow.
And people, so it's like like people, like you stay there until you're voted out. And like
Hmm.
certain people, I mean, everyone's sequestered, but I know for a fact, for an actual fact, that she has come close to getting voted out of the house, but she is not like voted out of the house. And she was very close, like on the chopping block, but she survived. So Teresa, for everyone out there who wants to know how she's doing in the villains, because I don't think you go home. I think like when you're voted out, you still get
Right.
sequestered, so they can't figure out when you're back. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what, but I
Oh,
know for a fact, as at least as of the recording of this podcast, that Teresa was very close to getting voted out, and she was not voted out. And I know that from multiple
oh,
sources. So she is still
she's
doing,
still in it.
yeah. And you win. I think you win 200. I think it's 250 grand. I mean,
That's
you
a
also
pretty good
get,
pot.
yeah, and you also get paid to go. So like I think you're paid like around 200. So, but Teresa is doing well in the House of Villains, and I know this for a fact from multiple sources. She's not voted out yet.
What's so crazy, I haven't really seen her outside of the Housewives, so I am so excited. I see her on some game shows, but for it to be on the villains, like this is going to be really good.
Did you watch when she was on Celebrity Apprentice way back?
Should okay, I never did. Should I do that for my own research? Like, is that crucial?
I liked, listen,
Yeah.
I mean, she was friends with Donald Trump before, like,
Hmm.
so, but two things, like, she spoke it out, like, I guess you're not supposed like people were sequestered and she worked out where like she had to go home on the weekends to see the girls and Donald Trump allowed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so like she was grateful to him for that. The thing is, you think she's maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed and she's going to go on the apprentice. The apprentice is no joke. It's
Right.
she did pretty damn good, believe it or not. She got,
Wow.
yeah, so I think maybe you should watch it. You should.
Oh my God. I'll bring it back. I'll bring all the content back. I love this.
Bring it
Okay, yeah.
back.
Yeah,
She
because
got, and like, I don't know how far she got, but she got like, I think if I remember, like midway ish, maybe a little past midway. I think she made it like three-fourths through, like almost to like the top six or something.
as long as she held her own,
Yeah.
that's pretty shocking. Good for her.
I mean,
She
it's a business competition. You
she,
make stereotypes. She did pretty well.
she
She did
is.
pretty well.
You know what? And I have had the pleasure of meeting her. She really is. She has more than we give her credit for. And I think the show, obviously, when you're on reality TV, it can paint you in a different light. And the things are taken out of context, so you don't really get the full effect. But meeting her in person, she was definitely with it. She was asking questions. We were going on stage together, and she was just asking, like, all right, give me the layout of the show. Like she had her wits about her.
Like she's all business, right? Like she shows up, she wants a
Yeah,
paycheck. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. She does the job and she goes home. I
right.
mean, that's how I would be.
Exactly. You're not there really to make friends. It's literally a job, and that's how she handles it, which good for her. She's getting her bag.
I just think we can't watch another season after this of her not speaking to Melissa or Joe. I mean, I really
I
think this
know.
is the end. I don't think they're gonna speak ever again.
I would love a reunion. Like if they filmed like a whole like special, just like they did for her wedding, like a family reunion of the Judices. I mean, come on, that would be the biggest,
It would
most
do
viewed. It would do amazing.
it would do amazing. I think it's over.
You
I
don't
think
see
it's
it happening.
over. No,
Dang.
I see her staying with Louis forever unless something crazy happens. And I just don't see her. I mean, she's so happy without speaking to them, and they're so happy without speaking to her. I just think they've called it. They're
I know.
just like, this is what it is. It's such a shame, but
It is.
here
It's
we
shocking.
are.
Their whole thing, well, just how close they were as a family, it was like a nucleus. And that was the whole point of the whole Jersey, anyways. It was like family comes first. They got the Manzos, you got the Judices, and it's just to see it how it all unfolds. I don't know if I want to blame it on reality TV, but I almost do because it gets too messy and then you make business deals and then you wrong somebody and they made alliances with other people and it becomes a huge disaster and it's sad,
You
honestly.
have pizza ovens. I mean, I'm also
You
not, right? You have pizza ovens in the mix. I'm also not so interested in, I guess I should be. I'm not really interested in this Pauly and Dolores. I'm really very negative today. I'm not really interested in this. Pauly's married. It's great. If he gets divorced, he may not propose to her right away, blah, blah. I don't really know if I care.
you, what I do not get to rant about is enough is Dolores's choice in men. Dolores, you are one of the sexiest, hottest, most amazing mothers. You're loyal. What are you doing with these men that give you no respect? Like not that doctor, what's his name? The old
Dr.
doctor.
David.
Dr. David. Oh my God, I should know his name. This guy, I mean, could he take one look at Dolores and go, how am I with this woman? I need to kiss the ground she walks on. Meanwhile, he's like, oh, I don't think I want to get married. Oh my God. And now she's with this guy and Pauly, and he just won't even end the other relationship. I mean, what are these men waiting for?
She can't be on her own. I'm
But she
sorry to
was,
say, but this
but
is the
she,
reality.
right. I guess
She
even when she was alone, she wasn't because she had Frank there that was like supporting, but they weren't together.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. And also speaking of, I mean, I don't even believe this. I mean, what is this? This whole thing we saw about Margaret and Joe, and then like your marriage was better when Jan was alive. Why? I don't understand it. This to me is reads as like another fake storyline.
Yeah, it's
I don't get
reaching.
it.
Right, it's reaching. Also, they've been so good together already. So wait, I think I missed this part. Was Marge fighting with her husband and they were trying to like make this like fake fight?
You don't even see them fighting, but you see a scene where Joe is with, I think, Joe Gorga, and somehow, and they're talking
Oh,
about the marriage, and they're like, "How's your marriage?" And it's just Margaret. Listen, Joe is not leaving Margaret, and Margaret is
no,
not leaving Joe. So
no.
we're like watching things that we're just like, we know how this is going to end. I find the Jackie and Jen Fessler, that's the most interesting. I know Danielle Cabral has now left Teresa and Jen Aydin and gone to the other side with Melissa. I
Right.
find that less interesting. I find the Jackie and Margaret thing kind of the most interesting. The Louis and Teresa thing would be interesting to me if there was any truth to it. And there
Right.
just isn't. Like behind the scenes, you know that, I know that. If anyone is listening to this that doesn't know that, there's no problems between these two. It's just clickbait for a season. So
Right.
like, I don't know. I remember last season we were so invested about there's
Yeah.
I just don't feel that right now for this season. It's just I don't feel it. I can't help it. It's
Well,
not in
because
me.
I think it's it's not in me. Well, I
It's
think
not
the
in
social
me.
media of it all, we see them posting all the live long day on the beach in Miami, in the Bahamas, and they're like half naked. Obviously, it looks like there's no trouble in paradise at all.
None.
So
None. And there's all yeah, none. There's none. Really. I
it's
mean, they've had other issues and like there's other things, but there's really none. What do you think of this season of Vanderpump Rules?
it's also giving bore. I am bored. I feel like it is the same. I
You are
mean,
because Sarah's really bored too.
yes. Well, I just thought there was going to be more revelations, but it's really just we're all just watching Tom.